Hello, welcome to Bob's Dungeon. My name's Bob, I'll be your host. As you can see, I'm out and about again, so I can look at another creepy place. This time I'm back in the Jackson County Forestry. I'm going to look at the other shelter house that they have in this forestry. This one is got a strange name. I don't know why it has the name it has, but we'll go ahead and take a look and talk about it. So let's go. This is the museum shelter house. I don't know why it's called the museum shelter house, but it is. And it's pretty dark in here. I forgot to bring my light with me, so hopefully we can see all right. This one is designed differently than the other one. It used to have a fireplace, but they bricked it up. It's got shutters on the windows, picnic tables, and a bit of an open area here. And on this end it's covered and it's open. Has a drinking fountain, so that's pretty nifty. And you got a really good view of the lake. Right now it's a little frozen because it's winter. And in the front of the shelter house, it's set up like this, which is kind of nifty. Like I said, a complete and total different design than the other shelter house, but it's still pretty neat. I don't know why they call it the museum shelter house, but they do. It's the other side of the chimney. Of course, this area is enclosed. Then we got some grills in case you wanted to grill out. And it's pretty neat. Like I said, it's pretty dark in here. I forgot my light. But we'll go ahead and use the apps I brought with me and see if we can pick up anything. So let's get to those apps. And this is the Ghost Tube SLS. And what it does is if it picks up a person or an entity, it'll create a wire frame around them so you can see them move. Now, I've not ever had much success with this except in some graveyards. And I think it was just picking up the tombstones, but it's still nifty to try. Never know what I'll do if I ever do run into something. That would be a trip, wouldn't it? But as expected, I'm not picking up anything. So let's go ahead and move up over to the other app I use. And this is the regular Ghost Tube app. Supposedly it picks up electromagnetic readings and lets you talk to spirits. So let's go ahead and get started. I know it's a little BS, but sometimes it does do creepy things. So let's go ahead and get started. Is there anybody here that wishes to speak with me? You can tell me anything you want. I'm listening to you. You have a very nice shelter house here. Anything you want to say is perfectly okay.
Farther.
Farther?
Torturer.
What about farther and torture? Those are kind of weird things to say, aren't they?
Bloody.
Bloody? You're saying a lot of creepy things to me today. Did something happen here? I was unaware that anything happened here.
Disrespectful. Press.
Am I being disrespectful?
Don't.
Don't what?
Disrespectful.
I'm very sorry. I did not mean to be disrespectful.
Sharon.
Is your name Sharon? Are you
Blue.
Are you Sharon? Okay, well, I think we've had a pretty good conversation. That's a lot more than I've had in a while. So I'll come back a little later today. We can talk again. How does that sound? You want to talk to me again later? Okay, well, I'll talk to you later then. And here's some playground equipment that they added near the museum shelter house. This wasn't here last time I came here, so it's pretty new. It's got a modern construction compared to some of the other play areas here in the Forestry. So it's pretty neat. I figured we'd check it out. We'll come back here and look at night too, because playground equipment especially is very creepy at night. So just like the shelter house, we'll go ahead and use the apps over here, see if we can come up with something. And this is the Ghost Tube SLS. And like I said, it builds a wire frame if it picks up anyone. And I've only had success with this in a couple of cemeteries. So I don't look to have success now. But you never know. Wonder what I would do if I ever ran into something. Up here on this. Probably freak me out, but like I thought, nothing. So let's move on to the next app. And here is the regular Ghost Tube app. So let's see if we can come up with anything. Is there anybody here that wishes to speak to me? I was just over at the shelter house and someone was very talkative with me. Are you here? And are you talkative? Do you think this playground equipment is neat? It's a little bit more modern than the other stuff around here. Do you have anything to say to me? Anything at all? I kind of figured you wouldn't say anything over here. So I'll just go ahead and be on my way, and we'll have another check tonight and see if you want to talk to me. Okay, and that was my look at the museum shelter house in the Jackson County Forestry during the day. Not really sure why my one app was so talkative this time. It hasn't been talkative in a while, and it kept saying the word disrespectful. If it is real, I'm not totally bought that it is. I'm hoping that if something is there, it doesn't think that I'm being disrespectful. Because I'm not trying to be. But let's see what happens tonight when it gets dark. And see if it says anything else to me. So, I'll see you when it gets dark. Here we are at the museum shelter house at night, and as you can see, it's really dark, and I brought my light with me this time, so we should be able to see around inside this time. And yeah, it's much creepier than the other one for some reason. There's a fireplace, some graffiti. We'll come around here and we'll just take a good look around before we go on with things. Here's the open area with the roof on it. There's a drinking fountain over there. You can't see the lake because it's too dark. Come around the front. Now, as you can hear, it's raining. Here's the front area. And like a porch back in there. We'll come over to the other side here and look at the other part of the little shelter area. There's the grills over there. Like I said, it's a pretty neat little shelter area. A lot creepier at night than during the day. So let's go ahead and use the apps I've been using. I know they're BS, but I get some pretty neat results sometimes. And I'm not sure if anything creepy has ever happened here, so I can't back any of the things it was saying earlier. But let's see if we can pick something up this time. The Ghost Tube SLS. And like I said, it picks up a wire frame if it spots anything. And I've only had luck with this in cemeteries, so I don't expect to have luck now, especially since I never have luck at night with this one. So, not picking anything up. So let's move on to the other app. We had a lot of success with it earlier, so let's see if we can pick up anything this time. This is the regular Ghost Tube app. We had a lot of success with this app earlier. And
Dark.
yes, it is dark. While I was switching over, the wind was blowing some of the shutters and making them clack, so that's kind of odd. That one was closed just a minute ago. Now it's open.
Hammer.
Hammer. Why do you want a hammer? Do you want to fix something? And I heard a noise again.
Help me.
What's wrong?
Happy.
Happy?
Be quiet.
Why do you want me to be quiet?
Lady.
Lady? So you don't like me talking? Okay, well, we'll go then. You have a good night here all alone. Thank you for talking to me. And here we are at that new playground equipment at night. And like I said, it's raining out here, so I'm not going to do this too long. And just get a good look at a place. It's pretty dark, even though there's a bright light over there on that little shelter. So let's go ahead and use the apps. See if we can come up with anything out here this time. We didn't during the day, but who knows what'll happen at night. And here is the Ghost Tube SLS. And I don't really think I'll have any luck with this. Not at night, at any rate. And as you can see, not picking up nothing. So let's go ahead and just move ahead on to the other app. And here is the regular Ghost Tube app. Is there anything here that wishes to speak to me? You can say whatever you want. I'm listening. Your friend in the shelter over there had a lot to say. You have anything to say? You said nothing earlier.
Benjamin.
Is Benjamin your name?
What year is it?
It is 2022. We just had a new year. What year do you think it is?
Book.
That's not really a year. Do you like books? I like books. Do you like books? I like books.
Drowned.
You drowned.
Closer.
What about closer? You want me to come closer, or are you coming closer? Okay, well, it's raining and I'm getting wet, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap things up. You have a good night. I'm going home. Bye-bye. As you can hear, it's still raining, and sorry about all the noise. This place was pretty cool. I have to admit, I got a little creeped out on this one. The one app, the Ghost2 app, hasn't been very talkative lately, so it was very kind of weird to see it so talkative this time. And it said some pretty interesting things, and then the wind kept blowing the shutters, and they kept banging on the one side. I don't know why they weren't banging on the other side, but that kind of bothered me. So maybe there's something there, maybe there isn't, who knows. But thank you for joining me. I had a look at this place in the Jackson County Forestry, the museum shelter, and hopefully you'll join me next time where we'll talk about something else. Bye.